right, so let's just take the broad question. You're having trouble prioritizing. In your real estate business, I would look at the business functionally first as a check, right? So consider marketing, sales, operations, and finances and tracking. So finances includes tracking, business tracker. Marketing, you've got buyer leads and seller leads coming in consistently. Do you have a marketing issue? You specifically don't have a marketing issue, right? Do you have an issue with sales? Are you converting the leads that are coming in? That's where I would go number 2. And if you're currently doing all the listings and that's your issue, which is Pear's issue, first of all, you got to make sure your buyer system, marketing and technology are sort of hand in hand. Make sure those are firmed up. Then make sure your buyer system is dialed in. So your buyer agents are following a system. They have a morning schedule that they're following. You're tracking their numbers. We use KD&A. You have weekly meetings, weekly check-ins, 15-minute check-ins, one-on-ones with them. And that process is running smoothly. A buyer packet's a buyer presentation. They're using yellow sheets. That's the buyer system. Make sure that is firmed up and you're totally out of buyer production. That's the first step for anybody. Get marketing, technology, and your finances in order, and then we put the buyer system in place. Once those 3 things plus the buyer system's in place, then most of you, if you're the sole listing agent, you're the dominant listing agent on your team, it's because you bring the magic, right? So in Pear's instance, that's what's going on, is that he is crushing it, but he's the guy doing it all on the listing side. So the first thing we need to do is set this thing up like, imagine a surgery, right? So you've got to have brain surgery. And you want to set the process up of listing homes to where the brain surgeon only needs to come in for a part of it. So the first step is to make sure that you are taking the appointment the right way. First, you're marketing, and then you're taking the appointment the right way. Your seller info sheet is being filled in. That's the start of the whole process of the appointment. You're asking the right questions. You're not doing that intake process. Then a pre-list packet goes out, and then someone helps prep for the appointment. Brownies go out. So you pull up 7 comps, someone does the equity evaluation, pre-list packet goes out, someone hands you the client folder and a listing packet, and you have a listing presentation and market metrics, and you go and give a very dialed in, very specific process that you can train someone on. So you're basically you are doing more of it than you will eventually be doing, but you want it to be where anyone can come in and take your spot on that listing presentation. And then once you get it to that point, you just have someone chat at you a dozen times. And they're just giving a listing presentation. They have to have closing skills. The only difference between Sharon, John, and Chris on my team, it's not their skill set, it's their closing ability. And Sharon has the best closing conversion on listing appointments, John second, and Chris is third. And it's just their ability to close. They all give the same presentation. They all have the same process that they follow. And that's it. There's about a dozen things that you could tackle in there, but for wherever you are in your business, the first thing is getting your marketing, your technology, and your finances squared away. Make sure you're not wasting money on things that aren't returning. Then get your buyer system dialed in where you have super clarity on that, step out of buyers, and then get your listing system dialed in, then step out of listings. And then make sure your listings are getting weekly calls. Make sure you're doing 30-day market reviews. Every other market review will be in person. Weekly calls, 30-day market review, 60-day live, 90-day on the phone, 120-day live, if anything's staying on the market that long. And that's it. All right.